Dare to dream, dare to believe, dare to think, dare to work. Only then
So,
do you achieve.
remember we have said you need to invest, increase your skill, increase your the number of your capacity. That's how you increase your capacity to make money. Increase your skill, invest in your education, and also surround yourself with winners. And now we are saying that once you have made money, there's one thing you have to understand, that everybody is gunning for that money that you're making. Everybody is gunning for that money that you're making. So you must learn to protect the money that you're making. You must learn to protect it. And how do you protect it? It is not by investing carelessly. Take your time to evaluate whatever business you want to put your money in. Take your time to evaluate it and take calculated risk. I'm not telling you not to take risk, but take calculated risk. Take your time to evaluate it and find out from history what has happened. I've had a lot of people getting to me and saying, should I invest in this business? Should I invest, especially the online ones? Be very careful, because once you lose your money online, there is nobody you can hold responsible. Be very, very careful before investing your money online, on whether it is network marketing or whatever you call it. Be very, very careful. All people have made money through those schemes, but the majority have ended up losing. Invest just what you can afford to lose. Invest just what you can afford to lose. That is the first principle of investing, especially in things that you don't know how they make their money. Invest just in what you can afford. Invest just what you can afford to lose. Remember this. If you try to do this, you want to make money, you want to make wealth, then remember that with whatever money you make, the first person you're supposed to pay is yourself. Whatever money you make, the first person you're supposed to pay is yourself. And how do you pay yourself? It is not by buying the latest shoes. It is not by buying the latest phone. It is not by buying the latest product or drink in town. It is by the money you invest is the money to which the money you save is the money that you're paying yourself. The money you save is that money that you're paying yourself. So this means whatever money you make in your life, whatever money you make, first of all, remove part of it and save. And remember that the part you're saving is yourself that you're paying. When you're buying dresses, you're paying the person that is selling those dresses. When you're buying food, you're paying the person that is selling those food. When you're buying a new phone, you're paying the company that is producing that phone. The only way you pay yourself is with the money you save. It's with the money you save. And we always advise, try the 70-20-10 rule. Whatever money you make, divide it into 10 parts. 7 of those parts, use it. You can now use those parts for your living expenses. Use it for rent, use it for food, use it for clothing, use it for transport, and more. Use 70% for your expenses. Some of you might be thinking that 70% is too much. The truth is, if you save more and you're not able to take care of yourself, then you might not live long enough to be able to enjoy your investments. If you save more and you're not able to feed well, in the long run you will pay that money to which you're saving in the hospital for hospital bills. So take 70%. When you have divided the money into 10, take 7 parts of that money for rent, food, clothing, and maybe transport or fuel. Then 20% of that money is for you to save. 20% of that money. That means when you have divided it into 10, take two take 2/10 of that money and save it. 2/10 of that money and save it. Out of that 2/10 of that money, 10% you save it for your retirement, or save it for your retirement. Then the other 5% you can save it for emergencies, for hospital bills, save it for vacation, and save it for leisure. The other 5%. Then the remaining 10% of the 20%, the remaining 10% of the 20%, you can now use it to pay your debts. Because the truth is, most of us have gotten ourselves into a lot of debt and we don't know how we are going to pay. We keep waiting for that job or that product or that service that we are going to produce that is going to just give us a lot of money to pay our debt all at once. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The best thing you can do is take that 10% of the money you're making in a month and start paying off the debts you're owing. Start paying off the debts you're owing. Gradually, small, you'll see and say you don't pay all that debt. But if you wait and can't get all that money one time for pay them, it go hard. And remember, when you are getting yourself into a debt, you should be clear on the terms, whether you're required to pay all at once or you're required to be paying instrumentally. Because if your agreement was to pay all at once and you want to start paying 10%, that is, you are falling short of the agreement and you can be locked up. So make those agreements from the beginning and before you get yourself in debt. So the 70-20-10 should help you. 70% of your income, use it for your daily needs, use it for food, use it for clothing. 20%, save 20%. In that 20%, part of it is for your retirement, part of it is for vacation, and part of it is for emergencies. Then use the remaining 10% to pay off your debts. Pay off your debts. Remember, your debts are your enemies, so you must deal with them. You must deal with them, otherwise they will cripple even into your health, and you will end up with high blood pressure, or you will end up being locked up because you're not able to pay someone else who helped you to be able to survive.